controversial new law went into effect in Florida this week, coined by opponents as the Don't Say Gay bill. It forbids instruction on sexual orientation and gender identity for kindergarten through third grade. PBS NewsHour correspondent John Yang has more on what lies ahead.
Judy, Governor DeSantis says the law is necessary to protect parents' rights to consent to discussions around sexual orientation and gender identity in the classroom. Here's the governor signing the bill into law on Monday.
I don't care what corporate media outlets say. I don't care what Hollywood says. I don't care what big corporations say. Here I stand. I'm not backing down. And so in Florida, we will make sure that parents can send their kids to school to get an education, not an indoctrination.
But those who oppose the bill say it doesn't protect parents, it only harms children. This is Democrat Chevron Jones, the Florida Senate's first openly gay member.
In my heart, I don't believe any of you in here, my colleagues, many of who I've known for years, I believe that we all want to do right. But it seems as if politics we have gone down a road to where we're scared to just step out to make sure we're not hurting people.
For more on both sides of this new law that's caused national controversy, Anna Ceballos, a state government reporter from the Miami Herald. Anna, thanks so much for being with us. This has been shorthanded, I think mostly by opponents, as I understand it, as the Don't Say Gay law. Help us out here. What does the law actually say, and what does it actually do?
Sure. This is a very concise bill. It's a 7-page bill, but it has divided not only Floridians, but people across the country, because there's different perceptions about what this bill would actually do. But what this bill actually says is it in essence regulates school lessons on gender identity and sexual orientation from kindergarten to third grade, or in higher grades if they are not age appropriate according to state standards that are going to be written and clarified by the Florida Department of Education by next June. The Department of Education is led by someone who the DeSantis will appoint, or the governor will appoint, whoever gets elected in November. And so this bill has been very divisive because a lot of people think that because it's so broadly written and a lot of it has to be clarified and defined, could target specifically LGBT students and how teachers and trusted adults in classrooms could communicate about certain topics.
And there's also, I understand, provisions about dangerous home situations. What are those provisions say?
Right, so there's provisions that put an emphasis on how schools need to notify parents about services that are changed for their students in terms of things that are impacting their mental health, or anything that could potentially be emotional distress, potentially from going through, sexual orientation or gender identity confusion. And so this bill, what it says is that schools cannot implement procedures that would prevent the notification to parents about what the student is going through. And this is seen by many parents as a win, who want to be more, who are concerned that maybe schools are taking more of a control by deferring to the student and not the parent. And parents would be allowed to sue the school district if they feel like their rights have been violated because they were not notified enough about what services have changed for their students.
So you say some parents like that, but in general, what are parents and teachers saying about the new law overall?
So there's a lot of concern because of how vague these provisions are and how much needs to be clarified as to what these standards will be and what will be considered age appropriate by the state. A lot of LGBT advocates are concerned that this could potentially lead to outing students, for example, or there's concern that maybe teachers might not know much about the situation at home and who could be facing abuse, neglect, or abandonment because of the information that might be required to be disclosed to a parent. And there are protections in the bill that say that schools don't need to disclose information if it could lead to the harm of a child. But, not everyone knows absolutely everything that is going on. So that is something that some teachers have expressed concern with, saying that, that this could potentially be a chill effect as to the discretion that they might have. But a lot of it remains to be seen.
Some big corporations, as you say, a lot of the regulations have yet to be written. Some big corporations have sort of spoken out against this, as has the White House. But the big corporations, how much of an impact, or is that going to have any effect in Florida, do you think?
Well, we are seeing Disney, which is a very powerful, not only a powerful corporation in the state with Disney World, but it has a lot of influence in the state, and it has historically had a lot of influence over laws that are passed in the state and just in the political arena. And we are seeing a lot of pushback from Disney, saying in a statement just on Monday that this should have never been a law that was passed, signed into law, and that it will do all it can do to support efforts to repeal this. And Ron DeSantis, our governor, has very much doubled down against Disney and said that the corporation is a woke Disney, and that they have crossed the line by trying to get involved in what the state does and what policies it should have. So I think we're going to be seeing a pretty high profile and ongoing clash between such a giant like Disney and Republican Governor Ron DeSantis, who definitely is an ambitious governor who might be eyeing a potential 2024 run for the White House.
Ana Ceballos, state government reporter for the Miami Herald. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Today it is Sunday, April 3rd. The year is 2022. About a week, a few days shy of my 52nd birthday, which is on April 9th. So, Florida has come up with this crazy law. They don't want kindergarten through third grade, no mention of sexuality discussed with these kids. Who they don't want. The fear is that under Florida law, and a couple other states are working on these laws, that they feel that the school systems are indoctrinating or pushing a gay agenda to make people gay, when it's not about pushing a gay acceptance agenda to make people gay. You can't make somebody gay. You cannot indoctrinate someone to make them gay. I'm 52 years of age. I will be. I knew I was gay when I was in preschool in Gary, Indiana, back in 1974, 1975. I knew. I may not have known what gay meant, but I knew I was different. And when I tell people this, they say, "Oh, how you know you like dick at such an early age?" I'm thinking, this is the most ignorant. That's ignorance. I knew I was different. I knew how I identified at a very early age. Sometimes I'm not kind of odd here. I was attracted to more of the boys that looked like me I knew this in preschool. And every time I tell somebody this, they all look wide-eyed and crazy. Everybody, me knowing at preschool who I was, has worked out in my favor. Because I didn't go through a period of my life where I was confused and lost. I accepted who I was at a very early age. I said, okay, something different here. And as I grew older, I said, okay, I began to understand who I was. I began to research who I was. I would go read up on it, and I said, okay, this is who I am. So you cannot indoctrinate. Now remember now, this is 1975, and I don't think I knew there was no indoctrination. There was no gay agenda pushing gays. I knew who I was. Just like these kids know who they are. This is the witch hunt. We back on the witch hunt for gays and homosexuals in the year 2022. We're going to hunt down the homosexual children and tell them that nobody's going to be able to teach them to be gay. Well, you can't teach somebody to be gay. or transgender or straight for that matter. This is ignorance and foolishness. And Ron DeSantis got to be the dumbest ignorant person I've ever. I don't know how he was elected governor and how he's going to be, if he will be reelected. I don't know if this is the first or second term. I think this is the first term. He has to be the most ignorant Republican governor. There's lots of them, but he's not the only person going with this gay witch hunt. That they're going after gays and lesbians and transgender. We don't want this taught to our children. No one can teach you to be gay. No one taught me to be gay. I knew who I was. And sometimes you all go after these little kids who are transgender who know who they are. They know who they are. Even their parents know who they are. So when you have a little boy or a little girl who says, or a little boy says, well, I'm a girl. Mommy, I'm a girl. I'm not a boy. I think they know who they are. You might not understand it. Mind your motherfucking business, bitch. See, we need a law that says, mind your motherfucking business, bitch. Because that little boy who recognizes who he is like who I knew who I was ain't got shit to do with your motherfucking ass. Ron DeSantis and other ignorant motherfuckers like you who might be watching this video. Mind your motherfucking business, bitch. Leave people alone. Leave those kids alone. They know who they are. Let them be happy and thrive versus being sad and suicidal. No one can make you gay or straight. Get that out your fucking head, dum-dums. And when I hear this shit, I say, this is the most ignorant shit I've ever heard in my entire life. I was raised around straight people, a mother and a father, brothers and sisters, uncles, everybody's straight, but I was gay. What happened? Who indoctrinated me? Who turned me out? Who made me gay? I knew this at a very early age. No, I wasn't raped, molested, or assaulted by anyone. So get that out your dumb ass head too. We can't be ignorant about sexuality. It's 2022. This is ignorance. How is this man elected in office? How is he there? Florida has a large gay population. Did you motherfuckers go vote? No. Florida has a huge gay population. Y'all let that dumbass motherfucker get in office and create these stupid rules. And laws, and these laws are going to be struck down by the U.S. government. It's just because they're just crazy. It's a witch hunt. If a teacher says anything about being gay, they could be arrested in jail. And then in Texas, they went so far as to say if a parent is willing to accept their child's sexuality, human sexuality, and transgender children, and start the process of helping their child accept who they are, they could face life in prison in Texas. They see it as child abuse. This foolishness. There's so much evidence from the psychiatric community that says most these children understand who they are. But it goes back to another problem. Why are y'all so worried about somebody else? Mind your own business, bitches. And leave people alone. Let them be happy. Ron DeSantis, take me over his mouth, he's got to be the most angry, miserable Republican. I hate those Republicans. And when I hear gay people vote Republican, I think, they got to be ignorant as fucking hell. It's just like, what in the world is going on? Why would you vote for somebody who despises who you are? Now, for years and years and years, they have had these clinics and hospitals where they're supposed to turn gays into straights. Even pushed and promoted by some states. Funding allowed for this stuff. Good state taxpayer money put into trying to convert gays into straights before they realized this shit ain't don't work. It don't work. But why are they so worried about gay people? I don't get it. I don't have no sleep. I don't have with them straight folks over there doing next door to me. I don't give a fuck what they doing over there. I close my blinds and go to bed. I don't sit around here and worry about what straight people doing. I really don't care. As long as they ain't sitting up in here on this couch getting on my fucking nerves, I'm good. But straight people are the heterosexual community is so fixated on gays, it just is, man, it's just astounding. Gays have been around since where's the dawn of time. They've been around for centuries. Why are you all so confused about this? Why can't you go mind your own fucking business? Worry about your own damn dick and penis and your own. Worry about your own shit. Worry about who you sleeping next to. Don't worry about what I'm doing and what somebody else is doing. It's none of your fucking business. Parents should be able to raise their children the way they want to be happy, without a state standing over there telling us, we're going to lock you up because you're allowing your child to be transgender. That's who they are. If we don't understand it, go back to the same thing. Go back to Rule 1. Mind your fucking business, bitch. Why are you so worried about somebody else ain't got shit to do with you? I don't get it. You ain't got shit else to do with y'all time besides sort of be worried about what gay folks doing? It is ridiculous. If they mind their own damn business, they get a whole lot of shit accomplished instead of worry about what gay folks are up to or what a parent is doing with their transgender child. They ain't got shit. They want to see doctors. They got psychiatrists. They go. And as for gender reassignment surgery, that doesn't happen at a young age unless the child was born. And there is some confusion when a child is born with two sexual organs and names for that. They may have at a very early age, and parents have to decide which direction to go, which could be colossal, could be a huge mistake because the baby is laying there and they didn't cut the boy's penis off and go with the girl. You don't know what these parents should just leave it alone. Let them figure it out when they get older. Let them make their own decision. Gender reassignment surgeries do happen at birth when there's some confusion about what's going on down there. And they might make their own decision. As to why the Republicans on this witch hunt, it is beyond me. It is the most ignorant mess I've ever seen in my entire life. And if you are one of these people who feel like your sexuality can be changed, when did you make the decision to be straight? And why are y'all so worried about somebody going to change you and make you gay? If you are sitting up at home confused that somebody going to come to your house and then brainwash you into being gay, there might be something else going on in your head to start off with. Maybe you ain't as straight as you think you are. I have a lot of straight friends that come around, straight men that come around me. I have a lot of friends, they hang around a lot of gays. I always wonder, okay, tell me right here. All your friends are gay. Everybody you deal with is gay. You always hang around gays. But you straight. Fine. I find it odd. I didn't say nothing, but I've seen this a lot. What's a straight person doing hang around so many gay people? Can somebody explain it to me? Are you just comfortable around gay people? You got gay roommates, you got gay friends, you hang out with gays, but you're straight. Right? Oh, sure. I have straight friends. I do. We might go out to dinner or something occasionally every blue moon, but I ain't about to sit up and listen. I must, y'all know how I feel about that friendship. Y'all get the fuck away from me with them friends. I don't be bothered with people any damn gay, straight, black, or white. I don't be bothered with your motherfucking ass. Lock that damn door on your way out of here. Get the fuck out of here. But some people, I get it. They need to have friends. They want to have companions. They want to have people to hang with. But everybody you hang around with is gay. Okay. But you're straight. Republicans, look out for scandals with the Republican Party, y'all. Because a lot of these Republicans tend to go after gay people, and then we later on find them up in a hotel with a gay prostitute or a gay escort, or some scandalous happens, and we find out they're gay themselves. You have a ton of Republicans who claim to be straight who have sex with men. Why is that? Ron DeSantis going after gay people is weird. Seems kind of gay to me, though. I don't know if y'all paying him any attention. Maybe it's just me. My gay dog, every time I see him on the list, I look like a gay guy. And they have bust a lot of gay Republicans, straight Republicans who have had sexual relationships or in some type of hanky-panky going on with another man. They hate of course they hate who they are. They haven't accepted who they are like I did when I was 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 years of age. I knew who it was. I knew who I was. Wasn't no big deal for me. I wasn't lost and confused. I've had friends who got into their 20s and 30s, and they all of a sudden they transitioned from a man to a woman, or from a woman to a man. First I'd be kind of confused, like, wow, what happened? Because, you know, we're in our 20s, I've known this person for years, we've hung out, we've gone places and everything. Next thing I know, they identify as a woman, but in their head, they've always identified for a woman, and they begin the process of transitioning. Now I was a little confused. But again, I mind my own damn business. It ain't me. And if that makes them happy, why does it concern me or anyone else? Mind your own fucking business, bitches. Why is that so fucking hard to do? Mind your business. Worry about your own self. Quit sticking your nose into somebody else's business. Mind your own fucking business. Worry about your own damn self. That makes life a whole lot easier. So now Florida's having this big cat fight over. Give me 2 seconds. We'll come back and talk about Florida and Disney and this cat fight they're going on. I'll be back in a few. We'll be right back. So the Republicans, Ron DeSantis is now having a huge fallout with the CEO of Disney, who wants this law repealed. Disney has a large presence, over 70,000 employees in the state of Florida, largest employees in there. I think Ron DeSantis might be barking up the wrong tree. Florida has a huge gay population, and they better get off their asses and fight to have this law repealed and removed. Now, so some of you are probably saying, I don't want my children taught to be gay, and who teaches children to be gay? Nobody does. No school system has ever been gay. But what they do teach is acceptance. Let people be who they are. It's okay for children to be accepted for who they are. Without a teacher being concerned with saying, well, little Johnny says he's gay, and then all of a sudden they get fired because they're not supposed to use the term gay. It's like the most ridiculous mess ever. I knew in preschool. Why is it so hard to understand? I know some of y'all over there, I don't know how Walter did. None of your fucking business, bitch. Mind your fucking business, bitch. Don't worry about what I knew in preschool. I knew who I was. And some of you so fucking dumb and ignorant, and you religious motherfuckers who that fake religion mess makes me sick. But it is nice to see so many black people walking away from fake religion. I know a lot of black folks who say, okay, we done with this fantasy world. Enough of this shit. We don't want nothing to do with this. And walking away and leaving that fake mess where it belongs, in the trash can. Now, no one can, like I said from the very we started this video, nobody can indoctrinate somebody to be gay. Or straight, for that matter. Sexuality is chosen. It's something that happens when you are born. I was born gay. Some of y'all are like, I have a problem with that. I know you do, because you're ignorant. So we're not going to even put up with this ignorance on this beautiful Sunday morning with the sun and birds chirping. Birds are quiet today, guys. They've been kind of quiet recently. Well, I am about to make me some delicious breakfast. I'm hungry. I'm sitting here watching the news. But it is this witch hunt. You know, gays are allowed to be married, have children, adopt children. It shouldn't be that big of an issue. Why do straight people feel so threatened by homosexuals or gay people, or LGBT, ABC, whatever you want to call them these damn days? I just call them gay. Why do y'all feel so threatened? What is the issue? Why do you feel so threatened by gays? If you were minding your own business, you wouldn't give a fuck. If you were minding your own motherfucking business, you wouldn't give a shit about gay folks. You'd be too busy taking care of your own bullshit. As I said, I don't sit around here worry about straight folks and what they up to. I don't give a damn. I don't care. And maybe it's time that some of you who have a problem with gay people begin the same process. Mind your own damn business. Quit worrying about the gay people, and they ain't got shit to do with you. If I have a friend, he's 35 years of age. He left his parents' home when he was 14, 15 years of age and was emancipated by the state of Connecticut. Had his own apartment. His parents had to actually pay him child support so he could be out on his own. This is what he claims is the law in Connecticut. I don't live in Connecticut. I never lived in Connecticut. But his parents didn't like him because he was gay. This man has a successful painting business that he started as a teenager to survive. He's been painting houses and exteriors of homes and beautiful murals. He has a gift, an art-giving gift. He didn't talk to his parents for years. He left Connecticut and got an apartment here. He graduated high school in Atlanta, Georgia in 2001, 2002. He did 2001, 2002, something there. And he's lived here and painted. He said he's had some rough times. But the reason why all this took place is because he knew at a very early age he was gay and his parents wanted to beat it out of him. And he ended up going to, I don't know what, he didn't go into the details, how he ended up leaving the house. He ended up in court. His parents were going through a divorce. He ended up emancipated by them, and both his parents had to pay child support to him. And that's how he paid his bills, that's how he paid his rent. But now he said his parents are starting to come along because he is the financial breadwinner of the entire family, helping his mother and his father now. They've reconciled after all these years. But he missed out on a lot of his childhood and stuff that he could have enjoyed. He holds his resentment towards them. I get it. I'll be mad too. And the conversations, they're not, even though financially he's kind of the breadwinner and kind of helping them with some stuff, he really don't want nothing to do with them. But because his parents, he kind of feels obligated. And there's so many gays who feel obligated to their families, although their families rejected them because they were gay. And we were discussing this stuff and how his mom was having these issues and he was trying to get round up all his money and help her. And I said, your mom's a grown person, a grown woman. I helped my mother, but I never had the type of relationship with me and my mother went decades without talking. Could have been that hard for them to accept that young man for who he was when he was 15 or when he's a little kid. Who makes the decision to I'm going to beat my child and make him straight, beat the hell out of him until he turns out to be straight. You ain't going to have no gay folks. They're not going to be gay in my house. So I can imagine what that man went through. And what he had to go through, like you say, on his own. Figuring out things in life. He luckily has a skill. He can paint beautifully. It's amazing. I'm like, damn, when you learn that? As a little kid, I had to learn to do something to take care of myself, to get food on the table. Barely got through high school. Because he couldn't live in the same household with his parents because of their foolishness. If anything, we were going to teach people to love somebody, regardless of their sexuality or whatever issues are there. No child should be thrown out onto the street. And I've met so many gay people who were forced out of their homes at a very early age because of ignorant, dumbass parents. I hope that you're not doing this to your child right now. But we cannot be that ignorant about human sexuality. We just cannot continue down this path of foolishness. It's insane. You just have to wonder what's wrong with people. And why they make these crazy decisions to make these crazy, insane decisions. I want some pancakes. I'm feeling hungry. In my mind, I'm cooking pancakes. I got some chicken sauce. I'm scrambling me some eggs. This is the first morning. I've been ripping around every morning. I'm going to make me a big old breakfast and eat it. I'm hungry. Shit. I'm making pancakes. If y'all want some pancake sausage and eggs, come on over because that's what I'm about to cook in just a few minutes. I love who I am. I've always loved who I am. I guess I was lucky to have parents, a father who cared about me as a child. And wasn't trying to beat the gay out of me, accepted me who I was. When everybody knew who I was as a little kid, it was no big deal. I wasn't traumatized by my parents or teachers or community then in Gary, Indiana. My childhood was relatively, of course, all kids getting into fights and all this other stuff. I had to fight like everybody else, and I got to do whooping them niggas' ass. They left me the fuck alone. Literally. I had to fight like we all, we do know how black children do. They unfortunately, I would not want my children out there fighting, period. But unfortunately, you have to learn how to defend yourself at a very early age in our communities. From the bullying and all this shit, ain't nothing changed. It's much worse now than it was then. At least we didn't have everybody going to grab a gun to shoot somebody like they're doing now. Now I'm glad I accepted who I was at a very early age. This law is dangerous that they're doing because it's going to ostracize these children and they have nobody to talk to about their sexuality. And I don't think they're teaching kids to be gay or straight in these schools. This is bullshit. This is ignorance. This is ignorance to the highest level. Mind your own fucking business, bitches. Quit worrying about what somebody's doing with their own child or what that person thinks about themselves, if they're gay, straight, black, or white. Why concern yourself? It has nothing to do with you. Mind your business. But anyway, today is Sunday, April 3rd. The year is 2022. I'm ready to cook breakfast. I'm starving. I was ready early last night. Didn't eat anything. I only had some fruit and went straight to bed. I was tired. Woke up in the middle of the night hungry, I woke up in the middle of the night hungry. I drank some egg white protein and went on back to sleep. I said, I'm enough of this. I'm stricken. I was supposed to do this show on April the 9th. Unfortunately, life happens and I might have to just do a show later on. Bodybuilding show, but on April 9th ain't happening. This ain't what happened. I did come down, I did lose everybody. Oh, what, you lost a lot of weight? I said, yeah, I did, but not enough. I'm not walking across the stage like this. I won't win. Then I didn't even start the sauna and you have to tan and do the sauna mess out of me and stuff. Because I was just too busy doing other things. So anyway, I'm out of here. Enjoy your Sunday. I look forward to reading your comments and reading your comments about this. And I'm just curious what you all think about the stupid Florida law, and do you think it should be repealed? So anyway, Sunday, April 3rd, 2022. You guys have a great Sunday.